welcome. I'm so and happy you came by for a lesson about the essence of being an IPO. Now, the GY has the topic. It's so fantastic. We've been talking about deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. If you've ever wondered about development in it's work, but bees, coffee trees. Well, it has the recipe in its home in a in the nucleus. The DNA drives the bus. Genetically controlling this inference and work infectious germs, mommies and daddies, sperm as the information linking up the generations. The shape is keeping probably well known to you. Double helix twist studied the latter or of block cortex. Imagine a twist studied length of tape with no key bows show growers on the edges with foes fat. It's the code of life. So and up. Well, because it has the molecule in charge of every cell. Fantastic deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. We've been talking about deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. Fantastic nucleotides are the monomers to link them up together for the DNA polymer. 0.34 nanometers marks the space between one nucleotide and the next one's place. And for the helix to make one turn takes 10 bases in a row as you can. There's a certain sense the space between nucleotides is 0.34. One turn takes nanometers 3.4 so tile so a first described in 53 by 1. Don't forget Franklin. She took that fame the sex rate, but she died, so she never got her Nobel Prize. Fantastic deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. We've been talking about deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. Fantastic. The one nitrogen basis comes in one of 4 varieties known by the letters TC. And the G is for means you've got the TC. It stands for cytosine. And you've got the G and the G with 2 nitrogen rings are protein C and with 1 ring are pyrimidine C. Only bonds with the G only with T because like they're complementary. They fit together. Snuggle up like hand and glove like enzyme and substrate like people into love. TC the G matched up like keep forming hydrogen bonds with either 2 or 3 hydrogen bonds. You know they aren't very strong, but they're enough to hold together all day long the way the bases fit together. Couldn't be sweeter. They give of 2 nanometers as double stranded looks pretty swell. The orientation is with one standing up, the other on its head. It's how they fit together. They said fantastic deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. We've been talking about deoxy, right? Bone nucleic acid. Fantastic sugars and phosphates make the backbone of the structure, but the sequence of the bases is where you find instructions for development of your bodies and the cytoplasm needs that constant the life's miracle in golden algae. Your sequence of bases is unique, a special badge. Unless you're an identical twin, it's nowhere matched. And you can't bet that if you're not Jack, go bet that you've got the no close on no one like has been known our bases. Comprised our individual you I might have had everywhere, and I might have had a G explain why I'm bald, and you've got it all. That tear these differences can show up anywhere. The protein hemoglobin now and up. Well, it carries oxygen in your red blood cell. Hemoglobin is made of 4 protein pieces, trait widely shared among animal species, hundreds of bases. 1 hemoglobin a piece of hundreds of bases. GTS when the gene starts. Then the key is these bases are the information for function and hundreds of bases in a term in order. A single change their brings on a major disorder. Change their tour in one single spot. This little point I might not seem like a lot that I mean to I might not seem that big to but baby, that's the cause of self